Utah is known for its majestic mountains and stunning vistas, and attracts adventurers from far and wide. However, this year's winter and spring runoff have taken their toll on mountain roads, making them more treacherous than usual. It's already July and many mountain roads are still closed because they're damaged or impassable due to snow.
Today we're heading up to check out one of our favorite high mountain trails after one of the heaviest snowfalls ever recorded. Although snow is critical for the water supply in Utah and leaves things green and lush, the harsh winter, coupled with the relentless force of the spring runoff, has caused significant damage to several roadways in the region, including the route we had planned today, forcing us to take an alternate. Once we got on this new trail, we could see evidence of significant damage right away as a result of the spring runoff.
Yeah, these mountain roads in Utah have been used and abused by the snow and the snow melt. And there's so many roads washed out in Utah, the construction crews have not yet had a chance to even come close to getting to them all, nor will they this year. So for off-road driving conditions, it really makes for an interesting blend of adventure when you're up in the mountains after a huge snow melt like we just had this past winter.
Yeah, that's the end of the line. There is no getting past that.
Well, it looks like we're not getting any further today on this trail. It's amazing how quickly you can find yourself in a bit of a sticky situation if you're not paying attention. So although our Toyota is very capable, and as you can see from our YouTube channel, we've done some of the hardest trails you can do with a 4Runner on 33s, what made us nervous is the fact that the passenger tires were on a soft, unstable embankment that could crumble away at any moment, leaving our 4Runner off camber and leading into the washout. You can't really see how deep it is from the video, but there is a point where we would have been high-centered on the bank if the tire fell into the washout. Not impossible to get out of, but definitely not what we had planned for today.
Go, keep going. The ground is literally falling out from under you, so you need to go. See how badly the road is washed out, and it just gets worse and worse the farther up you go. I mean, it's completely washed out. We had so much snow this year, and the spring runoff had just really destroyed that whole road. This is easily 3 feet tall, just totally carved out. And then up there, that is probably 4.5 feet. That would go up to my chest. Yeah, this is crazy. The amount of destruction. This road isn't going to be fixed anytime soon or drivable.
We almost lost it, and we could have been stuck. And I don't think being able to winch out across that would be even possible. So yeah, that was cutting it a little too close. Back on the trail, we were enjoying the terrain and beautiful scenery when we happened upon some guys on an ATV. They told us that the route to the trail we were trying to get to was closed due to a massive snowbank that still covered the road at higher elevation. I guess we won't be able to make it to our final destination, but it's still been fun to drive this road, and there's a bypass ahead that will take us down to a reservoir.
Now we're at a landslide. Looks like there was a landslide during the winter. You can see here. Just gave away. And just now there's this big obstacle here. It looks like it's pretty well worn though, so I think it's going to be okay. Well, this is Yuki's sleeping position of choice. He likes to nuzzle in behind Eric's shoulder and sleep. I don't know how that can be comfortable, but he loves it.
All right, just down from the road, there's this stream bed, and you can see the force of these logs just came ripping through this area. Oh, the ground is still really soft. Look at that log jam from just being washed downstream with the flash flood. I mean, this whole area is completely destroyed. Basically, it came up to the level of the road almost. Hey, Yuki. Oh, wow, look at that.
Driver? Yep. Yeah.
Look at this. I'm not gonna fall off the edge, am I?
Almost. Go passenger. It's interesting how water is a force of opposites. On one hand, it can cause destruction with floods, and on the other, give plants and flowers the needed moisture to bloom and grow. And we were able to see evidence of both today, between the torn up and eroded trails and the beautiful hillsides of lush grass and flowers. And even this late in the season, there are still streams of water running down the trail when roads would typically be dry. It's easy to imagine how much water must have been flowing at the height of spring runoff, based on the massive ruts carved into what was once a flat trail. I wasn't prepared for it to be as washed out as it was. So if you're gonna come up here, you just need to be prepared. It's definitely passable, but just know that there's gonna be a lot of washouts, and you know, you're gonna have to take your time and be really careful, pick your lines well. One little tiny wrong wheel placement and you could be in a bad situation, even though it doesn't seem really bad at first glance.
Due to the soft dirt and sandy soil in this area, and probably a lot of different areas, if you get your tire too close to the edge, the wheel could collapse down, the bank underneath it could collapse. And so it almost happened to us, and we could have been in a really bad spot. So it's best to not try to push it and turn around if it's looking dangerous.